Welcome to a new market prep video. So I have this new market coming up in 1 week. Today is Monday, September the 29th. Had to think about it for a second because I've been running around all day today. My market is on October the 3rd, which is the coming Saturday. So I'm just waiting for my friend right now, and I thought, why not start this video because I have a couple of minutes, and if I just let the time go by, to be honest with you, I'm gonna get started too late and then there won't be enough footage in the video. If you are new to the channel, hi, my name is Rihanna and I run this YouTube channel called Crochetland, which also shares the name of my small crochet business. So if you like videos that show you behind the scenes of running a small business, especially a crochet one, market vlogs, market prep videos, as well as, all of the challenges that come with running a business, then this channel is for you. Go ahead and subscribe and like this video if you find it helpful. Good morning. It's Wednesday morning and I realized that I did not let you guys know about the market. So this market is called Valleywood Fall Fest and it is going to be in Caledon. So that's north of Brampton. And I know this video is going to be out after I'm actually there. I just hope that I do get to see some of you there, or that you guys come back and see this vlog after you meet me there. That would be great. So I actually paid $50 to be at that market, which is not that much at all. I think it's the least that I've paid for any market. I tend not to do smaller markets. Like, this is my smallest market I think that I've done this year. I try not to do smaller markets, but somehow I find myself drawn to them even after I tell myself that I'm not going to do them. I think it's just the experience of markets. I did a previous market that I paid $100 for, and that was in Burlington. So if you want to watch that video, I'll link it at the end of this one. I'll also put it in the description somewhere. The last time I actually just made back my booth fee. I didn't make any profit. This time, for it being $50, even if I end up with the same amount that I made for the last market in Burlington, I'd be happy with it because then it would actually end up in a profit, if you know what I mean. Sorry about the sun. It's kind of bright. At least you can see me well. I'm gonna be driving to work. I just wanted to give you a little bit of details about this. There is going to be another crochet vendor there. There are going to be, I think, around 12 or 15 vendors, so 2 out of 15. Yeah, it would have been great if I was the only one, but it's okay. We have different stuff. We have our own businesses. We want to make money, and also it's not the fault of this crochet vendor. It's really the organizer who needs to really ensure that there isn't much competition. There were other options I'm sure that they could have gone with, but you know what? It's okay. It depends on the applicants and the number of them as well. I know crochet is pretty much very competitive and very saturated, but that's totally okay. So I haven't done anything since Monday, since I did the intro, which is bad. However, I was working on a wearable that is going to be delivered by Thanksgiving the 10th, which I believe is not this coming Friday, but the next one. As you know, these things take time, so I have been prioritizing that because I do have some stock from the stuff that I made previously. So I thought I would just take what I have and work on this order for this customer. But anyways, it's time to go now. I will be working on some whips tonight, and I'm gonna see you then. It's Friday and I'm actually at Life Labs right now because I have to get some blood work done. It is 9:30 in the morning and my appointment is in a couple of minutes, so I thought I would just let you guys know that I am going to be updating you on everything that happened this week and what I'm going to be prepping for today because the market is tomorrow. And again, this has been such a packed week. I'm telling you guys, with appointments, with just my order for the sweater that I showed you guys earlier. It's just been so packed that I just did not have the time to market prep very much. However, I have made some new, they're whips, and I need to weave in the ends. I need to complete them, and that's what we're gonna do today. And of course, we're gonna go to storage. So I'll bring you along today, just showing you a little bit of what I made and what's gonna go to this current market. This Spider-Man actually is not gonna go to this market just because of the fact that this is going to be for an upcoming market called the Toronto Game Expo. I'm trying to make an Alice in Wonderland, so this is going to be for the Toronto Game Expo as well, so that's not going to this market. So that's gonna go, this cute little bunny, and I think I have to make more of that. Like, look how cute she is. We also have this monster, kind of look like Sully from Monsters Inc. Cute. So that's gonna go. I also made this, which is like a Sailor Moon scepter, but this is for the Toronto Game Expo again. So that's that. And then this is a Pokemon. This is gonna go for the Toronto Game Expo as well. So I made these two and I made some other little things that I'm going to show you in a minute, but this is a whip that I need to finish and it's a little duck. This is coming with us to this market. This is the body. And then I also have to attach the legs here. I have to attach the head to the body. There's something else that I need to do and I don't remember what it is. I think it's the tail. So yeah, we have the tail as well, and they're all in there. Look what I found. I found some pumpkins that I made last year, which are going to be great for this upcoming market because we are in the fall. And these I'm gonna bring with me as well. So there's tons of them with just different colors, as you can see. I think one of the ones that were really popular were the white ones as well as the pink ones that I had made. People really, really loved these. Oh, there's a bigger one right here. Woohoo! But yeah, these are coming too. So I found the rest of the stuff and there isn't much, to be honest with you. We have our duck that we have to complete, right? Then I have two Kirby's that I made that I'm gonna make into keychains. I just have to fasten them off and I will add keychains to them. So I have two of these. And then I have these little chicks. These are super cute. I have some bigger chicks as well that I already have in stock. However, I wanted to make those mini ones to be put on keychains. They're super cute. As you can see, I made 4 of them and I'm going to fasten them off. After I fasten them off, I'm gonna add keychains to them to make them into keychains. And look at how cute they are. I'm gonna show you on the table. That's so cute. And then I also have a Pikachu that I need to finish. It's not majorly urgent because I don't foresee bringing it to this current market I'm going to tomorrow. However, it needs to be finished for the Toronto Game Expo. If I have time, I'm going to complete it today. These new items I have to add to inventory. And I know there hasn't been a lot in terms of market prepping, but I do have a ton of other markets that I had prepped for where inventory was left over, and I just have a lot of other things as well. It's around, I believe, $3,000 worth of inventory plus these little things. So I would say about $3,100 to be honest with you. And I think for this small market, it should be enough. I'm not foreseeing selling a whole lot. As long as I make my booth feedback and some, I think I'll be happy because it's also here in the vicinity. I don't have to drive far for it. We do have to, of course, make the effort of going and getting all of the display stuff and setting up and all of that. But you know, as long as that's worth my time and as long as I put my name out there, people are going to recognize me at the markets that I go to. So finishing these is the plan for now.
You know, people often ask me, how do you do it all? How do I work a full-time job, go to school, run a small business, and still take care of my home, my husband, and most importantly, myself? The truth is, I don't do it all. What I do is choose what truly matters one day at a time. When you wear many hats like I do, it's easy to feel like there's never enough time. But I learned that time isn't something we find, it's something we make. And the way I make time is by staying intentional. Every Sunday, I sit down with my planner, or sometimes just a notebook, and I map out my week. I write down the non-negotiables first. Work hours, school deadlines, appointments. Then I look at the spaces in between. Those are my golden hours. The little moments where I can pour into my small business, work on new crochet pieces, plan content, or just breathe. I don't try to do everything every single day. Instead, I focus on one thing that moves me forward. Some days, that's crocheting orders or market prepping. Some days, it's studying late at night. And some days, it's simply resting because rest is also productive. Now, let's be honest. There are days when I feel exhausted, overwhelmed, or just unmotivated. I'm human too, after all. But I've learned that action doesn't wait for motivation. When I don't feel like doing something, I tell myself, just start. Just open the laptop. Just pick up the crochet hook. Just do 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all it takes, right? It leads to momentum, and momentum is what keeps everything moving. I also make sure to build routines that support me. I wake up early when I can. I prep simple meals for the week. I use small rituals like a cup of tea or coffee, or even a short walk on my treadmill to reset my energy. These little things keep me grounded when life feels like too much. And the truth is, it's not about being perfectly balanced. There are weeks when work takes more of my time and others when my small business shines. But I remind myself, balance isn't something you have. It's something you create moment by moment. What keeps me going is remembering why I do it. I do it because I want to build something of my own. I do it because my education matters to me. I do it because I want to show up for the people I love. And I do it because I believe in the version of me I'm becoming. So when people ask, how do you manage it all? I smile and say, with purpose, with planning, and with a lot of grace. At the end of the day, it's not about having endless energy or perfect time management. It's about commitment. It's about showing up even when it's hard. And if you're listening to this right now, wondering how you can do it too, just start small. Plan your day. Take one step. Do one thing that your future self will thank you for. Remember, you don't need to do everything. You just need to do something, and keep doing it with love, intention, and faith that it's leading to somewhere beautiful. That's how I manage it all. And if I can do it, so can you.
guys. So unfortunately today didn't go as expected. I didn't get as much done as you can see from the footage because I had 2 doctor's appointments, one in the morning and one in the afternoon, which really took time out of my day. And because I was already off, I was thinking I don't want to miss any more work, or I want to miss as less as possible. So that's why I booked them both on the same day. And I did that because I kind of knew that I already had most of my inventory ready and I really only needed to do these couple of things. So as you saw in the previous footage, I have done all of the little duckies and they're super soft, so cute. It's the first one. It's the first time that I made these smaller ones into keychains. They are very, like the bigger versions are actually very popular. So I thought I would just make smaller ones of these. So this is all done. I have 4 of them, and I also have the little Kirby's, and those I added actually for my Toronto Game Expo, but I thought these are really cute. I really only made 2 of them, so I can bring them to this market, and if I ever need to make more, these are kind of small, so I don't think it's going to take me that long for me to make 2 or more, so I decided just to bring those. It is actually 5 p.m. right now, like on the dot. My husband is out, and as you guys know, the drill is that he's gonna go and he is going to take out all of the stuff from the trunk so that we can add all of the display stuff and all of our other things. So basically he went out to do that, and when he comes back, we'll actually go grab 2 tables. That's one. And number 2, I also don't have as much to prep, so that also kind of left me a little bit of time to go to those 2 appointments. Next thing is for us to work on finishing these 2 caterpillars that I have. These sold out the moment that I put them on the table. Like I had 3 of them at my last market and all 3 of them sold. So it's a pattern from Instagram, but these are the colors that I chose for them and people seem to love these. So what? Made more, obviously, and all that I need to do is to fasten off the tails, and then I also need to add their antenna on top of their heads. So we're gonna do that. And then next update is that my husband, he went to his friend's place to clear everything out of the trunk so that we can put our own display stuff for the market tomorrow. That's number 1. And number 2, we're gonna go to the storage, grab our things, put them in the trunk, and then come back home. And then whatever else that's needed to do afterwards, that's what we're gonna do. My plan is to finish the duck because the duck is still not ready. Let me show you again what it looks like. So that's the head, and all I have to do is sew the head to the body. This is what it's gonna look like, right? And this is like a pretty big one. So happy that I made this. So cute. I need to add, I also need to add this is not the butt, okay guys? These are the legs. I need to put the feet under here, and I also need to add the tail at the back there as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces to sew. So that's gonna get done because we need this for tomorrow. I'm pretty sure people are gonna go crazy. I'm thinking of adding something like a scarf or something like around the neck. So we're gonna try and do that as well tonight. I doubt there's going to be any more time, to be honest with you, to do anything else. Let's work on those caterpillars next.
While I'm finishing up these caterpillars, I wanted to discuss an issue with you guys. If you're a market vendor of any kind with physical products like me, I wanted to ask you, where do you store your products? I had a storage locker that I took out last year. Everything was going well. It was close to my house. The rent there started out really good, but within 1 year, there were 2 rent increases, which resulted in my storage rent going up almost 50% in only 1 year. I thought that was a crazy increase, and this should be criminal, right? So I had to find a new storage locker somewhere else, and I found one at roughly the same rent as I was paying before, which is about 10 minutes further away from me. I don't go back and forth enough for it to really make a big difference, but I do have to account for more time out of my day when I am getting ready for market. But I know that the rent at this place is probably going to go up like the previous one did, so what do I do in this situation? I live in a small 1-bedroom apartment with my husband and 2 cats, which means that space is very limited here. That's the reason I went looking for a storage locker in the first place. If you could share your storage wisdom and tips and tricks with me, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Good morning. It's market day. I hope that you can hear me because there's some music in the background, but as you've seen, we are now set up and it's 11:15 right now. We have had a couple of people walk around, very few, but the market is officially underway and I'm super excited for this market today. It is going to be from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then after that, of course, we're going to pack up and leave. We have to be out by 4 p.m. But anyways, we were here very bright and early. We left home at 9. We went to get some ice and we arrived at 9:30 and that's when we started setting up. It took us about an hour and a half to set up, which is my usual setup time. I thought I wouldn't have as many things, but it is pretty full, so I'm happy about that. I will keep you guys updated over the course of the day as soon as something exciting happens or whenever we get our first sale. See you then. So exciting! We made our first sale. I should say first 2 sales. So we sold a mini turtle and we sold a caterpillar. So that's exciting. And right now it is 11:55. So we made our first 2 sales within the hour. It's super hot today. At least it's not raining, it's not cold, it's not damp. Yeah, this one is 24.
Yeah, my daughter loves it. And it was funny because she wanted to actually do one of these today. I'm like, sweetie, you need to have a lot of inventory. So I was showing her, like, look how much examples of how much for her water bottle. That's really good.
Yeah,
Cool. Yeah.
I love you, Michelle. I love you, Mickey. I love you, Pasha. So great. I love you guys. I love you so much. I love you.
That's actually amazing that she's ready to. Yeah. I love the little cat. So cute. You know, it's such a great gift. It's like amazing. What is that? It's a frog. Okay.
Frogs with love.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you need a bag for these?
Yes, please. Yeah, sure.
Did you want 2 separate bags?
No, it's okay.
No?
It's okay.
And are you paying cash or card today?
How much does it come up to?
You're welcome. Yeah.
Wait, did I pay you too much? No, I didn't. No, that's perfect, right?
So that's
30,
30. Oh, here you go.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day. I appreciate the support.
Thank you.
Hey guys, so just a little update. Can you guys kind of guess what sold, especially from here? And of course, there's always things to tidy up, dealing with lots of kids, right? But in the comments below, what do you think is missing? What do you think sold for me right here? So good news, guys. We made back our table fee at around 12:30. It's around 12:45 right now.
we did have a couple of sales in between. So we're almost 2 hours into the market. From here on is going to be for us. So hopefully it's going to be a good day today. It's looking promising, to be honest with you. There's also the camera person who came by, took pictures and videos and stuff at the booth, which was really nice. It's good for promotion as well. And I also met the other crochet vendor. She's very, very friendly. One thing I've noticed, and I guess it is to be expected, is that so far our bestseller is our mini turtle, as usual. So there's a pie eating contest going on, but I won't be able to show you guys because there is a crowd over there and it's all in the sun right now. I can't really do much sun, but that's what's happening. It's really exciting. It sounds like a lot of fun, but I just thought I would document it here with you guys.
Good job on the singing, by the way. That was really nice.
It is now 2:10. We have not had a sale for a bit, I would say. So it has slowed down quite a bit. We are into the last hour of this market, which I guess it is to be expected. I think it is also right after lunchtime. Hoping that it's going to be a little bit better this last hour, but we'll see. I think we are doing a little bit better. We are doing well. I'm not unhappy with the results. I will have to wait until the end of this video to really find out what happened with all of the expenses and profit that we made. So video is probably almost over. We're almost at the end now. Only 10 more minutes to go, but I think we will start tearing down and packing. We'll start slowly, and then I guess as soon as 3 hits, we'll kind of have a head start after that. So that's the plan right now, and I'll see you next for the teardown and for the break.
Market is over and we are on our way home. Babe, what did you think of the market?
Very nice.
There you go, we've got the verdict.
Hey everyone, this is actually 2 weeks after the market, exactly 2 weeks because it's Saturday, October the 18th, and I am filming the breakdown of this market really late, and I'm super sorry about that. I had a lot of medical appointments to go to, I had work to tend to, and a new school semester as well. So I've been pretty busy, and the lighting wouldn't have been really great if I had actually taken the opportunity to film this in the afternoons, because days are kind of getting shorter now. We are in Brampton, Ontario, Canada, and the sun goes down at like 6:30 now. So no more extended daylight where I'm able to film in the evenings after work. So that's getting kind of challenging, but it's okay. We still have the weekends, right? I'm filming breakdown to tell you how the Valleywood Fall Fest or Fall Festival went on October the 4th. I was actually pleasantly surprised. So we didn't make that much money profit-wise, but it was a really good experience for me. I did really expect this to be a smaller market, which it really was. Just to recap, I only paid $50 to be there. And to be honest with you, $50 was, I think, the lowest that I've ever paid for a market here in Brampton, Ontario. And it was only 4 hours from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So we got there bright and early. It took us about an hour and a half to really set things up. There were volunteers as well who helped us carry our things from the car into the space where we were supposed to set up. My booth was number 9, and setup was super easy. I think everything was set up around 11. I expected it to be busy right off the bat. It's kind of smaller country people usually get up way early and are active way more early, but you know what? It's okay. It's a Saturday. People probably took their sweet time, and they were probably taking their time with looking at what was there, the kind of vendors that were there. And of course, because of the economy, I think they're just been really careful with their spending as well. And there was also another crochet vendor, which I went to her and I said hello to her because I don't like the animosity. We both have different things. We both have different styles. So I'm really leaving it to the customer now to make the decision of whether to purchase from me or from other crochet vendors who are present at those markets, because at the end of the day, we're not enemies. Yes, we are competitors a little bit like within that market, but at the same time, it also depends on what the customer really likes, what they can afford, and what they want, what they're drawn to on that day, right? So we just have to accept it the way that it is. I'm just happy that there was only one other one and not many others. But anyways, now getting to the breakdown, I will go ahead and turn over my camera just a little bit, switch the angle, and I will go ahead and put my screen recording of my tablet, which is right here on the screen as well, so you can follow along with what I want to communicate to you. Here we go. That kind of looks like a better angle. And of course, now I have the space to be able to put my recording, which is going to come up in just a second here. Now it's up here and you can see it. So as you can see on my screen, right, I will not go by the gross amount because that's how the app captures the top 5 best-selling items at the market, but I will go by the count. So as you can see, the best one is my mini turtle, which is not a surprise to me. It's usually my bestseller. So I sold 3 of that. And then second, you have a tie. I sold 2 caterpillars and 2 mini bees. We have 1 regular turtle and 1 bee charm. And to be honest with you, I am very surprised that mini bees are still selling, just because of the fact that, like this is kind of like a yesterday thing. It's been in the market for a while now, and I find it really fascinating that people are still buying those. So you know what? I'm going to still keep a small inventory of mini bees with me, just because of the fact that people are still buying them. Moving on, I sold a total of 17 items, as you can see here. 15 plus 2. Let's go through everything that's sold, okay? So you have my top 5 right here. So the caterpillar, mini turtle, regular turtle, mini bee, and the bee charm. And then for the rest, you have 1 panda, 1 sprinkle chick, which is my regular chick crochet pattern made with the limited edition Michael's yarn, kind of like the one with the sprinkles in there. So that's the one. And then I have 1 regular chick that sold. I have 1 leggy frog, which is also like really mind-boggling and surprising to me, just because of the fact that this is also a yesterday thing. Like a ton of people have seen them before and they have kind of lost their spark, if you know what I mean. I don't sell very many of those, but you know what? They're still selling. People are still interested in these. So note to self, I'm still going to keep some inventory of the leggy frog and make sure that I have like a color variation to go with that. And then we have a triceratops sold. And then the custom amount, to be honest with you, I do not remember what it was for $5, but I will get to the root of this at the end of this video. And then in the Halloween and fall, I also brought my pumpkins, my small and my big pumpkins for fall. And since this was a fall fest, obviously there has to be something there fall-ish. And those were my pumpkins. And one person bought 2 of them from me. So as you can see, 1 of the medium one and 1 of the mini one of the same color. It was orange. And that was super, super cute. I'm super happy I brought this. Somebody actually wanted those pumpkins. So you know what? Good choice. And so moving up, now we come to the total, right? So I sold, as you can see, a total of $182 worth of items. It's actually supposed to be $184, but I believe that I gave someone the wrong price for an item. Instead of telling them, I just took the $2 off and just to be done with it, just so the person could be happy with the purchase. You know what I mean? Like I did not make it a big deal. So $182 collected. As you can see, it's almost half and half between cash and card payments, but cash trumped card in this situation, which does not happen very often. I believe this is also kind of like a smaller market, so people are usually prepared coming in with cash. And so, as you can see, after square fees of $1.54, our pocket is $180.46 fuller than it was before. But we should not forget to subtract the $50 that we paid as entrance fee or for the booth fee for the Valleywood Fall Fest. And so that brings our total to $130.46. And you know what? For 4 hours of work, I'm super happy with this, right? Cannot complain. And one more thing that I wanted to add to this breakdown, what the busy times. It started at 11. So 11 to 12, it wasn't as busy. I only made a little bit over $30 worth of sales. But then between 12 and 1, you guys, like it was super, super busy. I think I made over 130 or 140 bucks just around that time between 12 and 1. And I thought people would probably be eating around that time, like lunchtime and all. But no, it was busy. It was not packed, but there was food traffic. There were people there. Just really surprised by that. It's nice to see where the busy times fall. And then between 1 and 2 p.m., there was also a pie eating contest. And then there were singers there as well, local singers. And then there was something else. There was a food truck. And then there were other activities as well, games. So you know what? Tons of activities. And it was just super fun overall. I just kept talking without adjusting the camera angle. So I'm sorry for throwing you off. But overall, I think it was a really good market. My experience with this organizer, which is actually a nonprofit organization, you know, it was really, really well done. I'm just really happy that I was there. I just want to thank everyone for their purchase and for the support, because it really still feels unreal that I'm making things and people are so interested to buy them from me, and people really acknowledge the amount of effort, the time that goes into making these art pieces. Just really grateful. Thanksgiving also just came and went. And so I thought I would say happy Thanksgiving in this video to let you all know how truly grateful I am, not only from people who purchase from me, but also to you guys who watch my videos, who subscribe, and who comment as well. If you would like to see my most successful market yet, it would have been the Canada Day market, and it was the best day of any markets. So I'll go ahead and link it somewhere here. I will also link it in the description below so that you can head over there to take a look. I would really appreciate a like and a subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this. I have 3 more markets, and they're going to be double days, Christmas markets, as well as a really huge one for Toronto Game Expo. So if you would like to see those videos, please, please, please subscribe so that you don't miss it. Don't say I didn't say. I'll see you guys later.